What's up, everybody? It's Everybody Loves Juju. 1-2 Talk Soups. How y'all doing? What's up, Groovy Groove? What's going on? What's going on? How's your day? How's it going for you? You just stopped by to check in. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like for me, Groovy. You gonna watch any WNBA games tonight? I think we just have one tonight. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'll be back up for that. I just wanted to talk a little bit of hoops today, do a little recap. I kept saying I was going to do it, and here I am. I'm here. I'm here to talk a little hoops. You know, sometimes when you're up here and you're facilitating the chat and keeping up with my guests and watching the game at the same time, you miss a lot of nuances of the game. You don't really get to, sometimes I have to go back and watch the game. But last night was pretty good. I think the league is starting to just cook, starting to, you know what I'm saying, it's starting to rev up, and the action is starting to pick up. We're starting to learn about new stars. We're starting to see our rooks really put in work. I'm most notably noticing how the new coaches are doing around the league, and some of the changes of players playing in new places and things like that. So, yeah, I just wanted to come up, wait for everybody to come up. I know it's midday for some of you guys. You're at work. I guess school is out. So school is out. You're on summer vacation. Some of you are. What are you doing? You're not at work. You're not working. But come in. If you don't catch the show live, you can always catch the show on a replay, and you can still leave comments. Okay. Now, not an expert or anything, but some people always, want to know what I thought or what my opinion is. I think that the game that I was most impressed with last night for me was the Dallas Wings getting their first win against the Connecticut Sun. It was a homecoming of sorts for, if you didn't notice, for Paige Bueckers. I was extremely happy to see Paige doing her thing last night. So much so that I wanted to talk a little bit about that game and its score and how Paige did. So let's take a look. Last night, the Dallas Wings scored 109 points in the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut. She's won. I don't know if anyone knows, but Paige has never lost. She's played 15 games, whether they be championships or special games. I guess she's won. They said she won 15 games in her career at Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun Center. So it was a treat for the fans for sure. And she basically, to me, it was like a breakout game for her. I mean, it was Paige-esque, if you want to say. She wasn't the high scorer in the matchup, and that's okay. She wasn't the high scorer. Chicago, what you saying? What you saying, though, sis? Chicago, she just said Dallas Wings versus Chicago will be great. You think that'll be a great game? I think that'll be a great game. Miss D, what's happening? Miss D came in shouting out everybody. Y'all, that was my favorite game last night for many reasons. The Suns and the Sky race to the bottom. Yeah, or it could be like a game where they truly just find themselves. You feel me? It could be a game where they really just break out and just find themselves. So let's look at the box scores here. I really enjoyed that game a lot, guys. I did. Basically, something that I noticed with Paige is that
change is always happening.
She had 21 points. Not only did she have 21 points, from what I understand, she was 80% in her field.
It's part of life.
Goals. And let me tell you something.
Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep.
That's amazing. That's amazing for a rookie to pull something off like that, for sure. Let's see. She had, and another impressive stat that she had was 7 assists. So let's take a look. And I love the way that Enrique and Paige were working. I think she understands it's like you can trust Paige with the ball in her hands. Trust me. You can trust her with the ball in her hands because she has a perfect balance of getting others involved. That's one of the things about Paige. She gets everybody involved in the game while getting to her bucket. She's so balanced when she takes her shots on the middies. She's like mid-range. She's straight up and down. She's balanced. Her shoulders are squared. She sees the floor. If you just let her run the show, she's plus 16. She's 8 for 10. She took 1 3. It didn't fall. She didn't need to take any more. She didn't force it. 5 for 6 from free throws. 1 offensive board. 4 defensive rebounds. For a total of 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers. So I guess her ratio might be 4 to 3. And then how did Enrique do? Enrique got hers. She was 5 for 14. She could tone that down a lot more. 3 for 8, bring that down. 6 for 6 for free throws. Enrique had 3 rebounds, 3 defensive. She had 4 assists. That's nice. But what I really liked about what Enrique did last night is she had 6 steals. Enrique had 6 steals. I think that has a lot to do with Chris Kokanis really getting the players to buy into. For USC, he was a USC Trojan women defensive coach. And his strategies and his schemes, along with Coach Burns, really helped the Lady Trojans be like in the top 2 in the country. And he's using that. And he's getting a superstar who loves to just shoot involved in defense. With her speed, there's no reason why Enrique could not average 3 steals a game. Now, people say, mind you, it was the Connecticut Sun. So what? Connecticut Sun, they may have their record isn't great, right? 0-5. It's not great. But what are they losing by? You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're getting blown out. I had to cuss at the TV Sky Bet guard was getting outplayed by the rookie or other youngsters. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that. So I guess you want to move on and talk about, I just want to highlight that. But let me take a look before I move on. Let's take a look at, I really want to take a look at what others did for, what did Connecticut Stars do? Tina Charles. 27 points, as she should. 9 for 14, beautiful. 2 for 3, 7. So it was a homecoming for her, too. It was a homecoming for Tina Charles to come back to Connecticut where she played in college. So 27 points, 9 for 14, shooting, 2 for 3, 3-pointers, 7 for 7 on the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Amazing performance. Marina Mayberry, 19 points. 6 for 12, 4 for 9, 3 for 4. Great. J.C. Sheldon with 6. Sanaya Rivers, rookie, 8 points. 3 for 9, 2 for 2, a free throw line, 0 for 3 on the 3. about how many rebounds she got? Two assists. She played 22 minutes. How did Anissa Morrow do? Just checking out my freshman for a minute. Anissa played 8 minutes, 1 for 3, 3 points. Ray Marshall, 8 minutes, no points, 3 rebounds. She did make 2 turnovers. Okay. Could be better, could be better, could be better. But I gotta say, like you said, race for the bottom. But look, I'm not tripping. I really like what I saw out of them. And because I'd rather see them start getting it together, getting used to each other, getting it, gel, start to gel. So you were talking about, you wanted me to take a look at, you're upset with the Sky Mercury game. Think through that. That game for me, 94-89. I know the Sky were up until like the last 4, 5, 6 minutes. And even though it says here that Vandersloot, and I say Vandersloot played a lot better in this game, a heck of a lot better. She looked like herself after a while. She started getting aggressive, going to the hoop. She was aggressive, going to the hoop, not only going to the hoop, but making an assist that I know that Vandersloot should be making. 15 points, 11 assists. Alyssa Thomas, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 15 assists. Now, what were you saying? Let's see what you were saying. You said you had to cuss out the Sky Bet guard. Which one, Misty? I have to go back and look at the Sun versus the Wings. Yeah, check that one out. They finally playing Seagrass more. Exactly, Misty. I still think they should. Oh, they put Zaza in. They put James in. I think they should play JJ Moore and James Moore. Exactly. I totally agree with you on that. Totally agree with you on that. Now, which guard for the Sky that was getting because you got what you got? You got Vandersloot, Enrique, and Kianars. Could you tell me which guard you were screaming at the TV? You were saying, tell me which one was getting to you. I think Angel did well. I think Angel is continue to play the game that everybody fell off there. Well, her haters did. Fell off and really got upset with her over 8. And I'm thinking, like, she played the number 1 team. Well, defending champions at least. She's going up against 2 MVPs, not only in finals MVP, league MVPs, Brianna and JJ. The only thing that, and I saw her correct it in real time, is you don't always have to go back up when you're doubled like that. Kick it out, and she was doing that. Rachel, man, Lord. Handling the ball, Sloot turned the ball over. Atkins was nervous with the ball. All the guards, exactly. Great take, Steve. Every game on the margin of loss have come down by a lot. Yep. I agree, Chicago. I agree. I think overall, the margin of loss is slimming, and I'm watching people like the Aces and Phoenix celebrating beating the Mystics barely, or just eking out due to experience, stuff that they can correct down the line. Celebrating wins over these teams when teams like Mystics and the Bouts, are playing their butts off right there with you, and here you are celebrating that you. I got my mom's nurses here. 1 second. So you're saying that Alyssa Thomas playing like an MVP? You know who else is playing like an MVP? I think Fee's playing like an MVP. Or somebody else that I wanted to say that you better look out for that MVP race. I think Kelsey Plum could be in the conversation. I think the way she's carrying the Sparks, I think Fee could be in the conversation. Dang, you guys, I had someone else I wanted to talk about, but my mind wasn't on MVP right now because I felt like it was way too soon to really like say. But I started to see some people that I'm like, hold up. I want to talk about that, but not yet. I don't see them making the playoffs. Who? Which team? The Mystic guards are young, and they play better than the Sky veteran guards. I agree, Ms. D. I'm back. On board, you're back. Thank you. Hit that like button for me on board. So yeah, we talked about the Dallas Wings. I did talk about the Dallas Wings. All the Connecticut UConn players came in and played really well in Mohegan Center last night. It was a good game. I just like seeing teams get better, and then I'm able to tell who's gonna do what possibly in the future. Now, the Sky not making the play. Ms. D, why are you just gonna shoot them down right away? Why are you gonna shoot them down right away? You don't think they'll get it together? You don't think they'll get it together by then? Seattle looking real good. Minnesota, New York is looking real good. And then I think the rest is up for grabs on down. Today, we're going to see the Fever Mystics play without Caitlin Clark. I think a surprise that could make the playoffs might be the Valks. I kind of think that the Sparks can make it too. I like to see Dallas Wings turn it all the way around. 109 points, that's a lot of points to score, whether it's against Connecticut or not. Jeff P made the wrong choice in Sloot, gave her too much leeway. Natasha Cloud could have been their third pick. Oh, you mean that whole switch up when he gave up his third pick? Who you felt like? I think Tasha wanted to elevate her game. I think she wanted to be, I think going from Mystics to Phoenix to New York is an elevation as opposed to carrying and trying to pull together a young squad like the Chicago. I think Tasha still for me needs to show her consistency and at the premier guard spot, but she's definitely in the top 3 for me. I don't want her to carry Chicago yet. Like, she deserves to get her a ring. New York is definitely poised to do something incredible like a back-to-back, but then don't count Minnesota out. Don't count Minnesota out. And I know Seattle will try to, be right there in the midst as well. I'm so excited. We're only about 5 games into the season, and like we're already trying to predict the future. We got like 39 more games, guys. We got 39 more games. Commissioner Cups, All-Star game, break, playoffs. It's gonna look totally different. You'll probably be back here, Miss D, talking about, wow, Chicago really pulled it together. Coach Careless Whispers trying to make Rachel Banham a point guard in his rotations. I was going to say maybe he's thinking that's the least liable spot that she could play instead of a wing, because they try to make that wing pass and people just get into the passing lanes and steal the ball. So he's trying to figure it out. I think they're trying to figure it out. And we're just going to have to be patient with it. Sloot, for one, needs to play the way she played last night. You can't go night in and night out like that. Then let's start bringing in HBO and getting her going, because it couldn't be any worse when I've seen her on her worst night. It just can't. It just can't. And I'm not sure why. I'm curious as to why she's not been able to get in to get some run. Is she hurt? Is there something that we need to know? Like, I really wish they would you know, acknowledge that and say things. But hey, she's a rook. She doesn't necessarily need to. We don't need to know why someone uh, that was drafted where she was drafted at, why they're not playing. So, but I was just really impressed with 109 points tonight. I can't wait to see the Fever. Sid Colson will be starting at point guard. It was between. I heard it was between Sid and Sophie starting point guard. I don't think Sophie's ready to do that, but I think don't underestimate Sid playing. I still don't really. I got shot down for saying that I didn't think that Clark was injured. I've seen some takes on social media that the league, that she got injured. I don't think she got injured. I think she has a strained quad. She's not injured like where someone injured her for playing her too tough or rough. For those of you out there in the content creator world making up storylines as if some people are just players are out to get her. Like, cut all that out. Everybody's playing hard, competing. No one's targeting anyone, trying to deliberately hurt them. Okay? So, but she was shooting around just fine, and they had to probably tell her to stop. She caught on camera looking just fine, pulling up her little threes. And you got to use a lot of leg to get under a three. So, I think she needed to take a little mental break personally. But if they think they can win without her, to preserve their record, like, so be it. Let's do it. Because I got Mystics tonight. I know they got a home and away. Mystics got to go home and away with the Fever. I got them winning one of the two games. So let's see if we'll beat tonight. Who y'all got winning tonight? Because that's the only game we got going tonight. Fever and the Mystics. Who y'all got winning for the win tonight? Put it in the chat. Welcome to Everybody Love Juju 12. It's your first time here. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be back. I just wanted to come up and see if I can get viewers to come up and chat with me a little bit about my takes on the games that I was able to catch last night, and my take on the games, and just talk a little bit about what we're going to see tonight. I'll be back up definitely to see the Mystics, who is one of my favorite teams right now. One of my favorite young teams right now. Definitely to a team I would think that all of you should want to catch. Because let me check out the score. Let me see last night. The Dream played the Sparks. That was a good game. Dream edged that out 88-82. Sparks could have won that game, definitely. Sky and Mercury, same thing. It was hard to watch. Storm, Lynx, 82-77. Great game. Really thought the Seattle could win that. I bet you they're walking away right now, trying to figure out they can't let that. If they want to be in the midst of things, then they need to win some of the games against the Lynx. That would be a highlight. Valkyrie Liberty blowout 95-67 as it should be, because like I said, I think Liberty and Lynx are front runners to win it all tonight. We just have one game. Thursday we'll have Valks and Liberties again, and Wings and Sky. That's going to be a good game. Wings and Sky. Friday night, Sparks, Aces, Sun, Fever, Liberty, Mystics, Lynx, Mercury, Dream Storm. So Friday night is going to go down. It's going to go down, y'all. And I want you to tune in, come back, watch with me and my chat, hit that like, push notification buttons, come back here with me. Everybody Love Juju. I'm your host, Juju. Come back right here and let's stay tuned for more. Trust me, there'll be more people in the chat that you can chat with. Everybody's busy right now. No problem. Come on back in. We're going to do this again. And I'll see you tonight for tonight's matchup. Fever versus Mystics. For now, peace.